All right, so today, even though it's Friday and we typically do free drawing and free art on Friday, we're going to do an extra lesson on Henri Matisse. Okay, so Henri Matisse is the famous artist that we talked about at the beginning of this week. He was well known for certain types of art, but let's review certain things that we remember about Henri Matisse. Who remembers something about him? Anything you might remember? Riker.
He used to be a famous painter, but he stopped that and started drawing and cutting weird shapes.
You are right. He started being a famous painter, and then he decided that he wanted to do some paper cutout art. Okay, and he started cutting paper and making art out of that. Okay, Abby?
He was a lawyer.
He started off being a lawyer. He went to law school, then he came home, and something happened to him, though. Something happened. Nevaeh?
He got really sick.
He got super, super sick, and he had to stay in his bed. And then what happened when he had to stay in his bed for so long, Sophie?
He was bored, so his mom gave him something to draw.
That's right. He was bored. Remember we talked about this was like in the olden days, and there was no Xbox, there was no cell phone, there's no tablet, no Nintendo Switch, none of that stuff to play with. So he was bored. And his mom brought him a bunch of art supplies so he could sit in bed, and he started painting while he was sitting in his bed. Okay, Cole?
The audience said he wasn't very good at first.
Do what?
The audience said he wasn't very good at first.
They did not like him at first because he did crazy looking paintings. Let me flip through here. Okay, crazy looking paintings like this one called The Woman with the Hat. Okay, and why did they not like him? Why did they not like these kind of paintings? Okay, Jagger.
Because he added color to them.
He added crazy color on their faces and stuff. Okay, so he didn't do painting like other artists did at this time. Other artists would do realistic type art. Okay, so they would paint people to where they actually looked, but Matisse liked color. So he wanted to paint people with all different types of color. Okay, what did they call him? Who remembers what they called him? Matthew.
A wild beast.
Oh, wild beast. He's such a wild beast because he likes using all these crazy colors. Okay, and there's another example of some of his crazy colors that he would use in his paintings. Then after, just like Riker was saying, he stopped painting for a while, and then he started doing paper cutout art with things similar to this. Okay, and remember, who remembers what this one was supposed to represent? That's all I remember that one. Cooper.
A circus.
A circus. Okay, he said these blue things and this white thing hanging down, what did he say those represented? Jacob.
They represented
These things.
the things that the monkeys swing on.
They swing on, sometimes monkeys, but most of the time trapeze artists. Okay, so trapeze artists would swing on those, and these little yellow things represented the trapeze artists. So these people would swing, 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 flip, and then somebody else would catch them. Okay, so what was this down here? What was that supposed to be? Eli.
That was supposed to be like a trampoline on net.
A net to catch them. But a lot of people said this looks like an audience, and I too think that this could represent an audience, but
Yeah.
because it does look like that. And then his other one that was very famous, okay, it's called The Sadness of the King, even though it doesn't look very sad. Okay, Jacelyn, what is this one? What's in here? It's a celebration. All right, so you have 3 different objects or 3 different things in this piece of art. And what did they represent? What was this green one? What was the green one, Brayley?
A man playing the drum.
A man sitting there playing the drums. And then what was this one in the middle? Okay, Branson? Oh, you weren't even here. You weren't even here at the beginning of the week. Cole?
A guitar.
A man playing a guitar. And then what was this white one? Eli?
A man dancing.
A man dancing. Okay, so he took these cutouts and he made it look like something in his head. But remember we talked about interpretation. So just because you see something, or this is what he thought it represented, to you, it might look like something different, and that's okay with art. It's okay for you to look at something and have your own interpretation, and then for Eli to look at it and have a different interpretation of what it looks like to him. And that's what art's about. It's good to do that. Okay? Do what?
Kind of like that.
Yeah, that's the Starry Night. Okay. So we're gonna practice drawing like Matisse, and Matisse makes it very. He tries to make it really simple when we're drawing like him because he draws easy, flat shapes. Okay. He does not worry about things looking 3D. Okay. So in this one, this is a table. Okay. Now, if we were gonna try to make that look 3D, we wouldn't have this flat circle right here on top. You might just see the top of the table like this. Okay, a flat top. But he wanted you to see that it was a circle on the top, so he gave you a flat shape. It also makes it a lot easier to draw. Okay, so we're gonna go through these steps. Our first step is to draw a flat looking table, and then we're gonna add a vase to the top, and then we will erase the inside of the vase, and then we'll add 3 flowers, and then we'll add the stems, then we're gonna add the floor and the wall lines. Then we're gonna add some patterns to different parts of the picture, and then we color it, okay?
Yay.
And when we're coloring this, it's not very likely you're gonna go in a house and see a purple floor, right?
No.
No, not very many times people are gonna buy purple carpet or purple tile floor or something like that. But Matisse, he likes all the colors, okay? You're not gonna see pink and red walls very often, but that's okay because remember, he likes all those different weird colors, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate it for you, how we're going to go through this process, and then you will get your own chance to do it.
Yay. No.
All right, so for me, the easiest way to start so that I know where to put everything is I like to go ahead and find the middle of my paper. Okay, so my paper is 12 inches long. What's the middle going to be? 12 inches wide, I'm sorry. What's the middle?
6.
6. Half of 12 is 6. So I'm going to put a little dot right there. Now let's see how much this is.
No.
I'm going to mark my spot for 12.
Hey.